So hello aviators, so we're going to talk quickly about how we go to and come back from lunch. So when it's time for your assigned lunch, your teacher will ask you to stand up. If you have lunch detention, your teacher will receive an email stating that you have lunch detention today. Your teacher will put you in the front of the line as you're escorted down to lunch. When you come down to lunch, again, you'll walk on the right side of the hallway. At a level 0, classes are still going on and you'll be walking with your teacher. When you come into the cafeteria, there will be an administrator standing at the door to greet you. I'll come in, you'll tell me your class, and if you have anyone that has lunch detention, you'll at this time go into the lunch detention room. If you're a stander, that means that you're one of the first groups to arrive at your assigned time. We'll go ahead and ask you to go immediately into a line. You'll go into either the green line, the red line, or the blue line. And we'll talk in a little bit about how you know which line that is. But we'll go ahead and we'll tell you to go to the red line, the green line, or the blue line, and you'll enter into the cafeteria. If you're a sitter, that means you come 5 minutes later. When you come to the door, you'll be greeted by an administrator. We'll take out your students that have lunch detention, and you'll come in and you'll automatically go and find a seat. As the lines go down, an administrator will come to your table, dismiss you, and they'll tell you which line to go into.
Hi aviators, my name is Mrs. Guerrero and I'm one of your assistant principals here at Fred Roberts. Today we're going to be talking about behavior in the lunch line. When you get to the lunch line, there are 3 lines. There's a green line, there's a red line, and there's a blue line. One of the important things you have to remember is that you do have to line up right before you enter the lunch line, and you should wait for a student to exit out of the line before you enter. Why do we do this? It's to prevent overcrowding in the lunch line, and we just want it to be a clean, safe process for you as you get your lunch. Please remember that all the adults in the cafeteria are adults here at Fred Roberts, and you should treat them with the same respect you treat your teachers that you treat Mr. Thomas or myself or Ms. Dietz with. When you're in the lunch line, your voices are quiet, your hands are to yourself, there's no pushing, there's no shoving, there's no throwing food, there's no flipping milk. And I'm sure that you all will be doing a great job this year in the lunch lines.
So aviators, like Ms. Guerrero said, we do have 3 lines here at Fred Roberts. The first line, the green line, you'll be lining up against that long wall. If you're going into the red line or the blue line, you'll be lining up alongside the tables. In order to make sure that we're not blocking the walkway for people that are exiting out and going to their assigned tables, you'll form your line even with the tables and you'll wait for someone to come out. Once someone comes out and it's my turn, I will then walk into the line and Ms. Guerrero will wait until it is her turn. Once I exit the lunch line, I will go immediately to my table and Ms. Guerrero will enter the lunch line. I will not walk around. I will go immediately to my assigned lunch table and I will find a seat. Make sure that when you find a seat at a lunch table, that is where you want to sit. Once you find a seat in the cafeteria at your assigned table, there is no getting up, there is no walking around. You may not go back into the lunch line to get silverware, water, condiments, ketchup, syrup. You're not allowed to go back in the lunch line. So you need to make sure that when you're in the lunch line, you're getting everything that you want to have your lunch.
Here at Fred Roberts Middle School, we have to make sure that when we're ready to take our trays, we do not just get up whenever we're ready and take our trays. What we will do is we'll wait for an administrator to come to the table. An administrator will look at your table and then he'll ask you to stand up. Your class will stand up. You'll walk in a single file line to go dump your trays in the trash, and then you'll come right back and come back to your seat. There's no stopping, there's no talking to your friends, there's no high-fiving and talking about the latest social media posts. You'll just have to come and sit right back down.
Your teachers will come to pick up their classes. You don't just get up and run to your teacher. So your teacher will come into the cafeteria, they will come over to their table. When your teacher is ready, she will ask you to stand up and you will follow your teacher quickly and quietly out of the cafeteria. Remember, once you exit the cafeteria, you need to be at level 0. There are other classes going on in the building.
And also, aviators, remember that the expectation is that your behavior in the cafeteria is top-notch. Consequences for misbehavior in the cafeteria will be even more severe than in the hallway or outside the cafeteria, so please be mindful of that.